Act 1, Scene 1, take 999. I've noticed that more and more online videos are showing what are called sync problems. That is, that somehow the audio and the video have got out of sync. It may be that the audio is racing ahead, the speaking stops, but the lips are still moving, or the audio is lagging behind, the lips stop moving, and somehow miraculously the speaking continues. It's like watching a badly dubbed episode of Belle and Sebastian or the Snowy White Horses, both TV programs when I was growing up in the 1960s. Belle, Belle, but Belle is stuck up the mountain. Come and apologise to your mother. Angelina, Angelina. It can be really, really annoying, and actually so annoying that people just swipe away and don't continue watching your video. Now, the reasons that audio and video can get out of sync are many and varied, and I don't propose going into all of them now, but here's just a couple of examples. A lot of people are using streaming services like Restream to go live on LinkedIn and on YouTube and elsewhere, and then they are recording that live stream, editing that live stream perhaps later for a highlights package, and finding that when they bring the recording of the live into their editing software, let's say Adobe Premiere Pro, that somehow it's gone out of sync. I saw this the other day with a fairly long live recording that had gone more than a second out of sync. It was really difficult or impossible to watch. And that's because of the difference between how something is recorded, how a live stream is recorded with what's called a variable oh, that's hard to get your lips around, recorded with what's called a variable frame rate, but some editing software like Adobe really struggles to read that and prefers something with what's called a constant frame rate. It may happen because you're recording on lots of different devices. Perhaps you've got a main webcam that you're using, as I am now, but then to one side you're using a smartphone, and then in the edit you're trying to splice these two different sources together, and you're finding that it's getting out of sync. Whatever the reason, there is a pretty easy fix. And here it is. It's called a clapperboard. You'll have seen one of these in a movie, or certainly in a movie about a movie. What you do with these is that you point them at your camera and you make a clapping sound with the clapper on the top of the clapperboard. And then in the edit, what you're trying to do is to match the moment that the clapper closes with the peak in the audio wave. The moment of the clap is matched audio and video together. Here, look, it's easier if I show you in the edit. What you're trying to do is to match the moment that the clapper arm hits the clapperboard with the peak in the audio. And then your audio is in sync. Look, let me show you. If I make it out of sync, my lips are out of sync as well. That's with the audio lagging behind, and this is with the audio racing ahead, and this is with the audio in sync. Imagine watching a whole video where the lip movement isn't synchronized with the lip sound. Now, a clapperboard, that one costs under a tenner. If that's too much for you, well, then you can use a literal clap like that, or you can improvise and perhaps use your smartphone and a pen and make a clapping sound on the screen or on the casing. Not as much fun, but equally effective.